In last video, we discussed about Rahu in the third and Ketu in the ninth house. In this video, we are going to talk about what happens when you have Rahu in the fourth house and Ketu in the 10th house. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Vedic Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. What happens when you have Rahu in the fourth house and Ketu in the 10th house? What is the fourth house? Fourth house is the foundation. The Kendra houses 1, 4, 7 and 10 are the ultimate foundation of your horoscope. When you have more and more planet into these four houses, it gives solid foundation to your chart. When you have more and more planets in good dignity with good lordship, makes them even more stronger. But fourth house is our literal foundation. Fourth house is the netter. We always talk about the 10th house as the zenith. The fourth house is the nadir. Fourth house is the foundation upon which we are standing. Fourth house is one of the moksha trikona houses. Fourth house is one of the houses which are water element houses, and more so they are about your emotions. Fourth house is the core of moksha trikona houses as well as the water element houses. What happens when you have Rahu in the fourth house? We all know what is Rahu. Rahu is the scariest thing we have to follow in this lifetime. We have Ketu and Rahu. Rahu is the thing which we have to pursue in this lifetime. Wherever we have Rahu placed in, we have to follow that house. And wherever we have Ketu placed in is the house, or the signification of the house is the characteristic which we have already accomplished and we have mastered it. So we are comfortable with it and we try to cling to it. But that fails us and compels us to go to the Rahu house in this lifetime. So this video will be in three parts. In the first part, we will talk about Rahu in the fourth house. And in the later part, we will talk about the Ketu in the 10th house. Rahu in the fourth house. What is Rahu? Rahu is that illusion. Rahu is a forward-looking planet, but wherever we have Rahu placed in, we lack the confidence. We are scared of that house. Wherever we have Rahu placed in, we are scared of that house. And now we have Rahu placed into the fourth house of the horoscope. Fourth house is the house of your emotions. So the challenge with the Rahu in the fourth house is to be true to yourself, to really understand what you feel about certain things. And this feeling is the key to unlock the chart with the Rahu in the fourth house. We often see the people are not true to their feelings, and that leads to the confusion and chaos into the other person's life. When we have Rahu in the fourth house, it shows that this person loves his motherland. These people, the person with the Rahu in the fourth house, tend to live near their place of birth. They love being into their homeland. So they are not fond of traveling much. Okay, though fourth house Rahu is aspecting the 12th house, but that is a different story. But as a foundation, Rahu in the fourth house loves to be into their home. They are patriotic. They have obsession about their place of birth. They have the futuristic approach towards their place of birth. Fourth house is also the house of your mother. The person with the Rahu in the fourth house is often getting help from his maternal relatives. Relatives of his mother are helping him to grow into the 10th house area, into the work. Okay, so whenever we have Rahu in the fourth house, these people tend to share a strong relationship with their mother. But If Rahu is afflicted and if it is not in a good condition, it also shows that their mother is disciplined, or more so, their mother is not there to give them the nourishment. The mother of this person with the Rahu in the fourth house can be absent in his life. They have a strong bonding, but at times, if afflicted, can also show that these people tend to have a difficult relationship with their mother. Fourth house is the house of emotions. And now you have the shaky foundation of Rahu into the house of emotions. This makes person emotionally vulnerable. They don't know what they feel, and that frustrates him. That scares him. Okay? When a person have Rahu in the fourth house, Ketu in the 10th house, they are ready to do anything. If you ask them to do something, they will be happily do it. But if you ask them to sit down and feel what they feel, it will scare them. They don't want to feel anything. They don't want to get into the Rahu house. They don't want to get into the scary house of Rahu, the fourth house. They want to be into the 10th house, which is comfortable, which is about the work, which is about doing something. And they don't want to work on the fourth house. So that emotion is the key for these people. So you will often see these people changing the professions because they don't feel like doing things. They start something with emotions, but they don't feel it anymore. The consistency of the feeling is lacking because the foundation, the fourth house, Kendra house, that is lacking for their emotions. And whatever actions they are taking, the 10th house things they are doing, does not have the emotion. So they have to be careful about what they feel, because what they feel is going to impact the 10th house. As we discussed, they will change careers often because they will start something and they don't feel like doing it. And this is quite obvious in the Rahu in the fourth house case. Now let's talk about Ketu in the 10th house of the horoscope. 10th house is one of the Artha Trikon house. Artha Trikon houses are always opposite to the water elements houses or the moksha houses. Okay, so there is a pair of dharma opposite kama and moksha opposite artha. So the fourth house is the moksha trikon house, emotional house. The 10th house is the practical house, is the artha trikon house. And now we have Ketu here. What is the signification of the Ketu? Ketu is, in fact, Ketu, wherever we have Ketu placed in, people adore us for that things. If you have Ketu in the 7th house, people will feel you are the best person to have a relationship. Wow, he got so early in the relationship. He is adorable. If you have Ketu into the 9th house, people will feel about the 9th house things. You have the capabilities of the 9th house or the 8th house. Now Ketu is into the 10th house. So what people think is, people think you are the man of action. You are always doing something, and when you are always doing something, that makes you respectable. When you do something, people respect you. But when you feel something, you are happy. And for this axis, Rahu in the 4th and Ketu in the 10th, these people have to harmonize between the practicality of the Ketu in the 10th house with the emotional vulnerability of the Rahu in the 4th house. These people have to strike the balance. They have to harmonize these two energies, because with the Ketu in the 10th house, these people are extremely practical, because 10th house is the career house, work house. The influence of Capricorn is also there on the 10th house, and now they have Ketu, so they are comfortable with all the 10th house things. You want to earn money, Great, I'll do something and will earn money. Do you want to work? Great, I respect, honor, everything they will have. But Ketu fails you. If you cling to the Ketu house, it fails you. It makes you, it fails you so that you can go to the Rahu house. If you go to the Rahu house willingly, surprisingly, it improves your Ketu house. If you want to improve the Ketu house, you don't have to work on Ketu house. You have to let go the Ketu house and work on the Rahu house. And when you work on the Rahu house, surprisingly, your Ketu house also improves. In our case, fourth house is the house of emotions. So you don't have to focus on what you are working, what you are doing, your career, your job, your actions should not be the focus. Your focus should be on what you feel. And when you feel the right way about something, about doing something, that will make you happy as well as successful. Like if you feel you should follow certain career path and you're doing it, that makes a huge difference. Rather than ignoring the emotions and following the 10th house, and even if you get succeeded, you won't go beyond the initial stages of the passion or the happiness. You won't be able to reach that level of happiness. When a person works on the Rahu house, the emotional house, his work, career, everything improves. So if you have Rahu in the fourth house, work on the Rahu, ignore the Ketu. Don't cling to the Ketu, because Ketu is about, here's the thing, Ketu fails you with three ways. Ketu gives you ability, Ketu makes you perfectionist about that house, and that doesn't exist, and that frustrates you. And the point is, Rahu scares you. Rahu scares you and Ketu frustrates you here. So if you want to harmonize, you have to let go the Ketu. Don't try to be perfectionist with the Ketu. Be easy with the Ketu. You have already achieved that thing. You have already mastered that house. Don't work on it again in this lifetime. Just be easy on it. Whatever comes our way, just accept it. And focus on the Rahu house. So focus on your emotions and look for what you feel good about doing something. And when you feel good about doing something, that will take you long way. That will take you just far beyond the initial passion. It will take you to the ultimate happiness in whatever you are doing. When you have Ketu in the 10th house, you feel difficult to have satisfaction at what you do. You always keep thinking, yeah, something is missing in life. Something is missing with the 10th house. And that something is the feeling which you are ignoring. That something, that little bit which you feel you're missing from your work, the Ketu house, is the emotion behind that work. Okay, so if you can embrace that emotional vulnerability and become even more stronger emotionally, this will give you the strength to work and achieve and shine. So you will be on your way to greatness. So yes, this was Rahu in the fourth, Ketu in the 10th house, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. What to watch next? If you are new to Vedic Astrology and new to Pramanic Astrology channel, start your journey with Rising Signs playlist, or go and start your journey with How to Get Started into Vedic Astrology, or Planets Through Houses series, or Rahu Ketu Through Houses series, or Retrograde Planet series. You can start your journey with any of these, or just go to the playlist and start exploring the fascinating world of Vedic Astrology. If you have any question, add me on Instagram at Pramanic Astrology. I read all the DMs and I try to reply to almost all the DMs. If you have any question, you can also add your questions into the comment section of the relevant YouTube videos. I read all the comments and I try to reply to almost all the comments. Sending you tons of positive energies, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.